What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Hart Trophy race between Leon Draisaitl and Connor Hellebuyck. There's really no bad pick here. There's no bad decision between the two. I could see it going either way right now. There's roughly, 9 to 10 games left for each team here as I make this video, and we're going to talk about the cases for each of these guys. And first off, I think we're going to be starting with Leon Draisaitl. So the Oilers this season, they have not been having, the banner year that we thought they'd be having. We thought they'd be a lot better this season. A lot of guys aren't playing as great as, maybe we thought they would at the beginning of the season. And a lot of guys just overall having down years. You can't really say that about Leon Draisaitl. He is the guy keeping this team afloat right now. And it's really interesting because we're used to talking about, his best buddy, captain of the Oilers, Connor McDavid, right? We're used to talking about him in the Hart Trophy conversation. Not so much this year, kind of a down year. He's dealt with injuries this season, currently injured as I make this video, and Draisaitl has been carrying the load and doing a great job with it, playing at such an incredible high level. 50-goal season for him this year, his fourth 50-goal season, and he's the only active player in the league outside of Alexander Ovechkin to have 4 50-goal seasons. So Leon Draisaitl, if you haven't heard of that guy before, pretty damn good. If we take a look at the goal scoring race, it's Leon Draisaitl at the top and nobody even close to him this year. No one even going to hit 50, I don't think. He could hit 60, I think it's a stretch, but Leon is going to win the Rocket Richard Trophy, and with no one else probably hitting 50 goals, he's going to be the only player this year in the 50-50 club, scoring 50 goals and 50 assists on the year, over 100 points already. Draisaitl's had a pretty good year. So Draisaitl this year, with McDavid not playing as well as usual, has taken on the load, has put goals in at important times for his team, and really kept his team afloat, as it has been, kind of an up and down year for a lot of the guys on the roster. But he's really gone ahead, paved the way, through the spotty goaltending, through the injuries, through the guys struggling. He has been the guy to lead this team to wins, and so Leon Draisaitl, that is his case for the Hart Trophy. Now, Connor Hellebuyck. You don't often see goaltenders as an option to win the Hart Trophy. Just doesn't happen that often. Last one to do it was Carey Price in the 2014-2015 season, and Hellebuyck is having, just about as close as a campaign as you can get to Carey Price. This has been the year of Connor Hellebuyck. Already this year he's been honored for 500 games played, 40-plus shutouts, and to boot 300 career wins. So, you start the season off with some flowers, very nice presentation, very impressive by Connor Hellebuyck. With 8 games remaining in the season, Connor Hellebuyck has played 57 games, he's 43 wins, a goals against average of 2.01, a save percentage of .925, and 7 shutouts. Now, you might be saying, okay, well that's impressive, but how does he stack up across the league? Well, every single one of these numbers, wins, shutouts, goals against average, and save percentage, he leads the league in. He's got a quadruple crown going right now. And I was thinking to myself, wow, if he's leading the league in all of these numbers, when was the last time someone did that? Well, it was the 1973-1974 season when Bernie Parent did that. So we're talking about a guy that's doing something that hasn't been done since the mid-70s, over 50 years ago. Connor Hellebuyck, I don't know how you could have a better year. This guy is playing out of his mind, above the competition at literally every single facet of his game. He is the guy in the league right now, the face of goaltending, and he's going to win the Vezina. He's going to win the Vezina. He's had that locked up since December, but could he win the Hart Trophy? I think he's got a great chance at it. This is also Hellebuyck's second year with 43 plus wins on the season, something that hasn't been done multiple times in a career since Evgeny Nabokov and Martin Brodeur. The last time it happened was Nabokov in 2009-2010. about 15 years ago. This is pretty insane stuff. So we're talking about two players that are, a lock for the Hall of Fame. And we've had two players that are doing stuff that hasn't been done for years and years and years. And it's just super impressive to watch. We're lucky to be watching these guys. But how are the voters going to vote? That is the question here. It really just kind of depends how they're feeling. Because Leon Draisaitl this season, I think he's got a better chance than Connor Hellebuyck. Maybe not, that he deserves it more than Connor Hellebuyck. I'll get to that in just a second. But I think he's got a better chance because of, how voters traditionally vote. You often don't see goaltenders win the Hart. There's a lot of people that don't think goalies should win the Hart Trophy. And with skaters, it's a little bit easier to watch them, thriving in the league. It's a little bit more obvious to see a skater playing better than all the other skaters and say, yep, that guy is absolutely the Hart Trophy candidate. Draisaitl's having the best year of any forward in the league. Maybe McKinnon is behind him, but even then, I think the gap is pretty sizable. Draisaitl has been the most important forward to the league this season, and what he's doing, what he's accomplished this year, I think he's more than deserving, and it would not be a bad choice. But here is why I think that he should finish second in the voting. My reasoning for it is because Connor Hellebuyck is doing stuff that we literally haven't seen happen in over 50 years. He's doing stuff that, only Bernie Parent was doing. He has a chance to hit the quadruple crown if he finishes the season at the top of every single goalie statistic. He currently owns them all. He is at a level that we haven't seen maybe ever in the NHL. And, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, we'll see it in the playoffs kind of thing. Yeah, we're going to have to wait to see the playoff success. That's really the only thing missing from his resume right now. Connor Hellebuyck has had the year of all years. It is the year of Connor Hellebuyck. And, with him doing stuff that hasn't been done in, literally 50 seasons. Are you kidding me? Half a decade. While also locking up the Vezina Trophy, high and above any other goaltender in the league. Closest one to him is Logan Thompson, and the gap is so far apart it's not even funny. Connor Hellebuyck is the best goaltender on the planet right now, and there is no one close to him. And, when we look at the two compared, I think, yes, Draisaitl, best forward by a long shot. Hellebuyck, best goaltender by a long shot. There is no bad choice here, but when you look at some of the records that Hellebuyck has broken this year and some of the stuff that he's doing, some of the stuff we haven't seen in 50 plus years, I don't know how you can argue that Connor Hellebuyck doesn't at least deserve the Hart Trophy. Now, between the two, who do I think is more likely to win? Leon Draisaitl, but that's just because of how the voters vote and how the voting has gone historically. I think that Connor Hellebuyck deserves it just a touch more than Leon Draisaitl. We've seen, stats like this before. I know it's not all stats for forwards, the 50-plus goal scoring and everything like that. We've seen it as recently as last season when Zach Hyman and Sam Reinhart did it. But now, if we take a look at Connor Hellebuyck, he's doing stuff we haven't seen in, half a century, right? So that is where it differs for me. I think Connor Hellebuyck should be the Hart Trophy winner. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it actually does go down that way. But that's really all I got today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I want to see, down in the comments below, do you agree with me, or are you thinking that, yeah, Leon deserves it more? I want to hear from you guys. No wrong answer here. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Jets, go. Bye-bye.